A new at 6 a Duluth man charged in a drive-by shooting was sentenced today in court. 43-year-old Justin Miller was sentenced to 4 years in prison accused of drive-by shooting at a home and shooting at a vehicle. He pleaded guilty to the dangerous weapons charge during a hearing back on May 15th. According to court documents, last September, Duluth police responded to a report of a drive-by shooting in the area of Oakley Street and North 58th Avenue East in the Lester Park neighborhood. Officers found a bullet hole in the victim's bedroom. Miller, the victim's uncle, also violated a restraining order.